A few years ago, I was leaving work for the day when I stopped at the desk of my friend and colleague, Aisha. And Aisha had been working all day on something that wasn't particularly urgent. And I remember saying, how's it going? And does this really need to be done now? And Aisha looked at me and she said, it doesn't. But my future self will thank me for getting it ready now. I just loved this concept of taking care of your future self. So when people ask me why become future ready, my answer is so that your future self is healthy and successful. If we don't start the work now to become ready for what the future requires of us, then we're placing ourselves at risk of three things. Firstly, failing to adapt fast enough to new ways of working, and this risks our performance. Secondly, falling behind others who are doing the work to become future ready, and this risks our ongoing value and relevance at work. And thirdly, we place ourselves in a position where we're under pressure to change or to perform better without sufficient time to learn how to do that well. And this one risks our well-being. Now, these risks might catch up to us next week, next month, next year, but they will catch us. And this is why we start the work to become ready now. The Business Council of Australia predicts that 100% of jobs will change over the next decade in either the type of work that they're performing or the way in which that work gets done. And that's being driven by automation, innovations, connectivity, societal shifts, and I mean, there's no escaping it, right? 100%. That's everyone either learning new skills or new ways of how to interact and be successful at work. 100%. And if you're thinking, I've got a decade, what's she going on about? Just pause and reflect on the amount of workplace changes we've seen over the last decade, even over the last 12 months. The last month? Last week? Consider also that 72% of Australians currently report feeling burnout at work. And that is being driven in large part by the pace of change that we're experiencing and our lack of control or our inability to adapt fast enough to those changes. The time to become future ready, it's now. Because when you do become future ready and you make an habitual practice of becoming future ready, you give yourself three gifts. The gift of capability. You have what it takes to achieve what you want. The gift of confidence. You are and will remain valued. And the gift of control. You own your ongoing success and your well-being. So start the work now to become future ready. Your future self will thank you.
Curious? To learn more, head to drkellywindle.com.